Hello and welcome to another episode of BTB Wrestling Pod. As always, my name is Cam, your co-host, and with me today, as always, is Sudds. You're the co-host. Sudds, how you doing today?
I'm doing pretty well. Pretty good. Lot of wrestling this week.
Yes, we might as well just start off with our coverage of Money in the Bank, which was a great pay-per-view in my opinion. So, yeah, let's get right into it.
Yeah, so our first match on the kickoff show was the returning Zack Ryder teaming up with Mojo Rawley once again, so the Hype Bros. And they faced off with the Colognes. No surprise there. The Hype Bros picked up the victory.
Yeah, when we did our predictions, this wasn't on the card yet, but we both knew the Hype Bros would win this match. The Colognes are basically just jobbers right now, but I don't know. The Hype Bros got to win here, but I don't know. We'll talk about them when we get to SmackDown. But yeah, it was a good way to do the pre-show match, but as soon as the pay-per-view started, the first match was the historical women's Money in the Bank match, which was kind of a surprise start here. I didn't expect this to start the pay-per-view. I'm glad it did because it was a huge disappointment. Well, not a huge disappointment. The outcome was a huge disappointment due to the fact that Carmella at the end of the match wasn't able to climb the ladder because Becky just friggin' suplexed her. And Ellsworth knocked Becky off the ladder. So friggin' Ellsworth climbed the ladder, took the briefcase off, and literally just dropped it down to her. And she caught it and the bell rang. Well, one of the referees called for the bell. And the other two referees didn't agree that he should have called for the bell because Ellsworth grabbed it, but there was no precedent. So at this time, Carmella was the first ever Women's Money in the Bank champion winner.
Yeah, it was historic, yet very controversial.
Yeah, and right after this match, the general manager and commissioner of SmackDown Live, Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon, both tweeted that it was an outrage and that it would be dealt with on the next episode of SmackDown Live. So it got people right away interested in the pay-per-view, and it also brought us to watch SmackDown Live on Tuesday.
Yeah, so definitely controversial, but like you said, it should have probably brought people into TV.
Yeah.
Brought people into watching SmackDown, so good on them for that. I'm sure it wasn't an easy decision to make it so controversial.
Especially it was the first match of the night, and it was the first ever Women's Money in the Bank.
Exactly. So our next match after that, it was the Usos against the New Day. It was a solid tag team match. Like, these guys have been facing each other for years.
Yeah.
But this one also ended with a dusty finish.
Yes.
It ended with the Usos winning by countout.
No, the New Day won by countout.
The New Day winning by countout. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but the Usos retained the titles.
The Usos were the ones that were counted out. Sorry, yeah.
So the New Day won.
So the New Day won, and the Usos retained their titles.
Yeah, so by technicality, again, I was ahead on the predictions by one because the New Day won the match, but they didn't win the titles because they won via countout.
Yeah.
So 2 matches in, 2 controversial finishes. And the next match was no different, really, with Naomi and Lana. Lana's first match since being trained down in NXT, which you could tell she's put in the work. She looked good. This was about a 10-15 minute match, and Lana held her own considering it was her first match on TV and it was on a pay-per-view for a title. But Carmella came out with the briefcase and teased that she was going to cash it in, which was supposed to distract Naomi, but apparently distracted Lana.
Yeah.
And Naomi picked up the win and beat Lana on Lana's first ever match, but this was solid. It looked good for Naomi, showing she's a good face champion. And Lana impressed me in this match, actually.
Yeah, Lana looked pretty good. Obviously, you can tell she hasn't been wrestling for that long.
No.
But she looked solid for her first singles match, and her finisher is awesome.
Yeah, that spinebuster slam.
Yeah, like Fisherman's spinebuster, I guess,
yeah, Fisherman's
or something.
Spinebuster.
But yeah, no, that it looked pretty good. And yeah, like you said, yeah, Lana looked pretty good. So our next I guess segment was awesome. I thought it was cringeworthy as all hell, but awesome. So it was Maria Kanellis. She made her return to WWE after 7 years. And she was there along with her husband, formerly known as Mike Bennett,
but now known as
Mike Kanellis.
Love it.
As JBL said, he took her name.
He took her name.
And this was just hilarious. It was so cringeworthy. It was awesome. They cut a promo about the power of love, and then they shared a kiss before leaving and going backstage.
You think there'll be a heel team? I think they're supposed to be heel.
I think they will, because a lot of people, if you look at comments and stuff, do not like it.
No, yeah.
So they're already doing a very good job, and they've made one pay-per-view appearance.
Yeah, that was a great debut in my opinion, because when that music started playing, I had no idea what was going on.
No, I was like, who the hell is this?
Yeah, the hearts and stuff, and an awesome theme song, must admit.
It's really catchy.
Yeah.
I loved this.
Oh, yeah, me too. So I'm looking forward to see what Mike Kanellis can bring to WWE, as long as with his, I'm going to assume, just manager. Like, I don't think Maria's going to wrestle in the women's division.
Yeah, I think it'll probably be a lot like
Lana Rusev.
Lana Rusev or Ms. Maurice, where they can wrestle.
Yeah, but they're just a manager.
Like they'll wrestle if you want them to or ask them to, but they're not really going to wrestle.
No, I agree with that.
But yeah, it's nice to see Mike Bennett has come to WWE, and he goes straight to the main roster, which doesn't really happen that often, so good on him.
You mean Mike Kanellis?
Yeah.
Alrighty. So then we had the WWE Championship match, where we saw Jinder Mahal defending his title against Randy Orton in Randy Orton's hometown. And this was cool, where before the match started, we saw a bunch of legends ringside that made their name in St. Louis. Well, they had a lot of good matches in St. Louis. Bob Orton was the only guy from St. Louis, I believe. I could be missing somebody out, but I think he was the only guy actually from St. Louis. The rest were just guys that worked in the territory.
Yeah, and like the NWA and all that.
Yeah. So yeah, that was cool. So during the match, we saw Randy Orton hit an RKO on Jinder Mahal again. But when he had the cover, one of the Singh brothers put Jinder's foot on the rope, just like we saw at Backlash. Then Mike Chioda was getting ready to disqualify them, but Randy, being the veteran that he is, convinced the veteran referee not to and just throw them out. So he threw them out. But before they left, they decided to put their hands on Bob Orton, Randy Orton's father, on Father's Day in St. Louis.
Dick move.
Real dick move. But, before they could do any damage to Randy's dad, Randy came over right away and just ended up beating the living hell out of them again. So, yeah, he suplexed one of them on the table, gave each one of them an RKO, and RKO'd one of them through the table, so they were done. So then Orton would get back in the ring, and unfortunately Jinder was waiting for him and hit the Colossus and retain the title. So unfortunately, the curse of performing in your hometown is still viable and still going on.
Yeah, we haven't seen too many too many wrestlers lately winning in their hometown. Doesn't happen too often.
Now, which I don't like that it's predictable, but I like that they don't win in their hometown just because, like, it's just a cheap pop.
Yeah, exactly. More heels. Heels tend to win in their hometown more.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So then the heels going over the face in their hometown. So it's good. Yeah. So Jinder's still champ. I think he's going to be champ for a little while now.
Yep. And there's going to be somebody be always over his shoulder with that Money in the Bank briefcase.
And we are going to tell you who that is right now. So this was the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. This was awesome. I love Money in the Bank matches.
Oh, yeah. One of the best stipulations you could have.
Yeah, ladder matches, Money in the Bank. So this was great. And it was actually the longest Money in the Bank match in history.
Wow, that doesn't surprise me. It was
It
amazing.
was about a half an hour.
Yeah.
Just short. So, yeah, this was a great match. And to start off, everybody was making their entrance. And then it was Shinsuke Nakamura's turn. But he was attacked by Baron Corbin. So Shinsuke went backstage, so he was out for the majority of the match. There was just lots of crazy bumps during the match. AJ AJ climbed the ladder, and then the ladder was just kicked out from underneath him. So he was
by Dolph.
By Dolph, yeah. So he was just hanging there. Looked like he might be able to unhook it.
Yeah, he was trying to unhook it with one hand, but couldn't really get a grip.
And then he just fell directly on his face.
It just free fell from up by the freaking briefcase and just splat right on the mat.
Yeah, it was crazy. Then we had more Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. These two, just always destroy each other. So,
man, Kevin Owens took a lot of friggin' bumps this match.
Yeah.
He got killed.
Oh, yeah. So he got suplexed by Sami on the ring apron, which is kind of, I guess, ironic. Because when Sami was in NXT, Kevin powerbombed him on the apron and injured him for quite a while. So it's kind of ironic. And then Kevin also got powerbombed on the ladder.
Yep.
And he, so then Shinsuke finally came out near the end there. And then Kevin Owens got Kinshasa'd by Shinsuke. So, like you said, Kevin Owens got destroyed. And then we had a cool little moment where it was just AJ and Shinsuke in the ring. And they were battling for a little bit there. And then they got to the top of the ladder. When Baron Corbin pushed the ladder over, then picked the ladder back up, climbed it, and he is your new Mr. Money in the Bank.
Yes, he is. You know what? I was impressed by this match, and the finish did not bother me at all. Anybody in this match could have won it and deserved to win it. And this is cool that Baron has it, even though I'm not the biggest fan.
Yeah, I wanted Baron Corbin to win, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah, you predicted it.
I predicted that, and we tied in our predictions. And the punishment for winning the predictions was for losing was you didn't have to do your last punishment. So now there's no punishments?
No, yeah. Neither one of us has to cover TNA, and I don't have to wear a tight Roman Reigns shirt.
So we couldn't.
I know it's kind of cheap, but whatever. We couldn't think of anything else.
We couldn't think of anything else, so.
No punishments, no TNA reviews coming up, so.
Thank God for that one.
We're starting at 0, and Great Balls of Fire, there'll be a new punishment, don't worry.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll set our balls on fire.
No,
we won't.
No, we will not do that.
No, never mind.
No, that was a terrible idea.
Yeah. As soon as it came out of my mouth, it sounded absolutely awful.
If I could, I would edit that out.
You know how to edit.
But I don't want to.
Okay.
So, that was Money in the Bank.
Yeah. Great pay-per-view. Every match was good.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
And unfortunately, the women's match, it was what it was, but we'll cover that in a bit when we get to SmackDown. So let's go right into Raw. So it's weird. We just covered a pay-per-view, but it was a SmackDown pay-per-view.
Yeah.
So now we got to completely do a 160. It is what it is, but whatever.
Why 160? Isn't it 180?
Nah, we're just 160.
It's a 160, so it's not.
It's a 160.
It's not quite a 180.
Exactly. So Raw was had a lot of hype to it this week because Roman Reigns is going to come out and make his SummerSlam announcement. So I was looking forward to that, I guess. And he basically was just saying, ask Bray Wyatt, Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, and even The Undertaker, that got him a lot of boos when he said that name, that he could beat anybody one-on-one. But the person he had beat out one-on-one was Samoa Joe. So,
or as Roman called him,
It's just Joe, the Joe that is Samoan. But anyway, Roman said whoever wins that Great Balls of Fire for the Universal title, he wants at SummerSlam. So this made Joe come out and confront Roman Reigns to say that he kind of forgot my name there, Roman. And that got Samoa Joe hot. And it didn't matter who was coming out on top, that Roman was going to face one of them at Great Balls of Fire. So this led to a match.
Yeah, we got the match later on in the night there. And yeah, just like you said, Samoa Joe came out, was not happy with Roman, of course. And Roman named all that he has beaten.
Yeah.
But Samoa Joe isn't on that list because he's never beaten Samoa Joe, like you said. So Joe attacked Roman, but Roman actually got the last shot. And
of course he did.
Yeah, and it was a Superman punch, and then Joe just left and walked away and set up a match for a little later on in the night.
Yeah, so then we had an awesome match between the Hardy Boys and Gallows and Anderson. It was quick, but, got everything in that it needed to get in. So the Hardys ended up winning with Jeff hitting a swanton on Luke Gallows, I believe.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that just made them look strong and possibly the next number one contenders for the tag team titles.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so our next was another Goldust promo. I like these at first. Now they're just annoying.
Yeah, if we had an episode last week, my what's got Cam hot was these stupid Goldust promos.
Yeah, so another promo, but finally he challenged R-Truth to a match next week in LA.
Oddly enough, Los Angeles.
Yeah, where so they're each gonna come out of the director's chair and actually face off with each other.
Finally.
And then a little later, we just had R-Truth. He responded, and he accepted. So we're finally going to see these two face off.
Yeah, which I'm actually really looking forward to. I hope it builds to something even bigger.
Yeah, just have a match at Great Balls of Fire.
Yeah.
I'd be perfectly fine with that.
Oh, for sure. So then we had... I can't believe you're making me cover this segment. Was Elias Sampson in the ring, getting ready to do his thing, play his song. But he had to tune his guitar first, and it took him about friggin' 5 times to get it right. And then right before he was ready to play his song, thank God, Finn Balor came out and interrupted him. And basically just told him to get out of his ring.
Yeah, so Elias just walked off.
Yeah, I thought they were going to confront each other, but Finn walked in the ring and Elias just left.
Yeah, I thought the match was against each other, but apparently not.
No.
So the match was actually Finn Balor versus a man we haven't seen in quite a while, who looked pretty impressive, looked a lot like a Wyatt, and it was Bo Dallas. So it was a very quick match, of course, and Finn Balor won with the coup de grace. Not a surprise there, but
nope. So yeah, that happened, and then they cut to the announce table right away, and they were hyping up something I don't really remember, but Corey Graves got somebody was talking in his ear through the headset, and he had to once again leave the announce table live on TV. And they just shot to the backstage right away, where he goes to talk to Angle, Kurt Angle that is, and he just got the same text that Kurt got, and he wants to help Kurt Angle. So again, we don't really know what this involves. We'll talk about it near the end of the Raw thing here, but I'll just leave it where it was now. But then Enzo and Cass came in. Don't know if this has to do with a text message or not. Could be two different things. Don't know. And they just say they think their suspects are the Revival, obviously. And Cass is really focused on it being the Big Show. Then Kurt said he was going to look into it, and by the end of the night, we would know who attacked Enzo and Big Cass. So that was exciting. I was really looking forward to see who it was.
Oh, yeah. Same here. So, yeah. Our next segment here was Seth Rollins coming out. He had an announcement that was announced a little earlier in the day, but it was just him being on the cover of WWE 2K18. It's awesome.
Yeah, deserves it for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And so he just said he's honored to be on the cover. You know, like Peyton Manning, Shawn Michaels. So like he was just happy to be on the cover. Like it was always cool. Like the guy who was on the cover, it was just always an awesome thing.
Yeah, legends are put on covers of video games.
Exactly, and then so the tagline for this was "Be like no one."
Yeah, I like that.
It's really cool
Because it's like a catchphrase that Seth looks like he's demon for himself.
Yeah, exactly. So it was. He said, "Be like no one." Said a little bit, and then we got Bray Wyatt. Just a classic Bray Wyatt promo there. It's kind of getting a little old now.
Yeah, just gibberish.
But this time he actually comes out, and right when his entrance is done, we just see Seth flying through the air. And he lands on Bray, and then we actually see Seth's got a little cut. Actually, a big cut.
He was bleeding by the end of it.
Yeah, so he had a massive cut on his cheek, so that's why you don't go to the top rope. But
I don't know. Seth Bray could be good, but it's bad that we already know how this is going to end.
Yeah.
Well, we think we know how this is going to end.
Yeah, for a little bit there, SmackDown was doing a great job with Bray, and then they kind of like destroyed Bray again.
Yeah, he's just going into feuds with people and not coming out on top.
Yeah, so I've liked Bray for quite a while, but I don't know.
We'll see.
We know he's probably gonna lose, but there's only one way to find out though, and that's to watch it. So
exactly, we can sit here and predict all we want, but we're not the ones writing the shows, so we just predict. But it seems like a basically good prediction that Bray's not going to come out on top of this rivalry.
Yeah, I think so.
So then we just had a quick backstage interview with Finn, but he got quickly attacked by Elias Sampson because he was interrupted earlier in the ring by Finn. But because I guess it was well deserved. But fuck you, Elias. So then we have an agent come backstage to attend to Finn. Just happens to be Devon. So I don't think a lot of people know that Devon's an agent for WWE right now.
No.
So like the crowd, there was a pop.
Yeah.
Like, the crowd was cheering for Devon.
It was awesome. I wanted him to get the table.
Yeah, I know. Devon, get the table.
Yeah, I just thought we'd add that in there. It was kind of awesome. Mm-hmm. Just we saw Devon. It's been a while.
Yeah, usually it's Finley or Billy Kidman.
Yeah,
or Adam Pearce.
Yeah, so yeah, that was kind of awesome.
Devon's back on TV for a quick 2 seconds.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool. And then we had some cruiserweight action. We had Akira Tozawa against TJP. The Tightest brand was out there.
That's the really only reason why we're covering this cruiserweight match is because the Tightest brand.
Tightest brand is awesome, and there's nothing he can't do. Besides winning, but whatever.
Winning doesn't matter. It's all about making them millions of dollars.
Exactly. So, yeah, the Tightest brand was out there, and he actually finally doesn't completely distract his own guy.
Yeah.
So, Akira Tozawa actually got the win.
Yeah, it was nice. And quick disclaimer here, if there's a Tightest brand t-shirt going to be made, I'm buying one.
I want it.
Yeah.
I will, if you could, I would pre-order it, like, before they even had one made.
Yeah, exactly. Just heads up, WWE, you got 2 customers right here.
I want a Tightest brand shirt.
So then we had just a quick backstage segment here. The Miz is looking to add people to his entourage, apparently. And the 2 people he wanted to add were the Bo Dallas, who competed earlier, and Curtis Axel. They performed together on the Marine 5, so good 2 people to add to your entourage, I guess. But it didn't seem like they were all that interested.
No, not at all. Yeah, they were not interested, like you said. Or maybe they were.
We shall find out.
So, our next match that we had was the aforementioned Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe. This was an awesome match. It was back and forth, like a lot of matches are, but this was really good. But, before the end, we see an ambulance pull into the arena.
Yeah.
And who is it?
Braun!
It's Braun Strowman. So he last time we saw him, he was leaving in an ambulance, and this time he enters in an ambulance. So that was kind of awesome.
Yeah.
And Roman Reigns got distracted. So Samoa Joe hits the coquina clutch, and Roman Reigns passes out. And then Braun Strowman comes out and challenges Roman Reigns to an ambulance match at Great Balls of Fire.
Awesome.
And a little later in the night, it's announced that it's official. So that is great.
Yeah, for sure. I loved Braun said his famous line that I'm not finished with you yet.
Yeah.
He just said it to Roman and challenged him to an ambulance match, and like you said, it was made official later on. So ambulance matches and stretcher matches are two different things. But are they really?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because like they accidentally got confused on the announce table because they said, oh, they're gonna have to push him all the way up that across the line with the stretcher. But no, that's
put him on the stretcher and put him in the ambulance.
You don't have to do that. You just have to put him in the ambulance.
Yeah, put him in the ambulance and you have to close the door.
Yeah, it has to be shut. Yeah.
So there's so many rules or are there? I don't even know. They don't even know.
I think they'll just kill each other and somebody's gonna leave in the ambulance anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So then we had Miz TV, where Miz was trying to apologize to Maurice. We saw two bears in the ring again. And then it looks like the Miz said all the right things to get Maurice to make up with him. But then Dean Ambrose's music hit, and he came down to the ring. And, he looks like he was getting ready to kick the shit out of the Miz. So the Miz, being a great man that he is, pulled his wife in front of him. When he did that, she spilled champagne all over herself and got really angry and just stormed off. And the Miz looked just distraught, like they were over. And then Ambrose is in the ring with the two bears behind him, and they just started beating the hell out of him. So you didn't think these were normal bears. And they were not normal bears. They just happened to be Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel. So it looks like these two are going to be part of the Miz's entourage, with or without Maurice.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I like it too. It gives two guys that were doing absolutely nothing something to do.
Yeah, Bo Dallas is great. Curtis Axel is great.
Curtis Axel's really funny if you let him talk.
Got former champions, like Curtis Axel is a former Intercontinental champion.
Bo Dallas, former NXT champion.
Bo Dallas, former NXT champion. So this is great.
Yeah, so this will be a great little heel faction on Raw.
Yeah, definitely. I like it. And we won't have the same old Miz and Maurice, so
that'll be good.
Yeah, it just changes it up a little bit.
Yeah, something new.
Exactly. Yeah, something new. So can't complain about that. So our next match were the tag team champions Cesaro and Sheamus against the Tightest brand, also known as Titus O'Neil and Apollo Crews,
and hopefully Akira Tozawa.
Hopefully Tozawa, and hopefully many more.
Yeah.
But how we said about the Tightest brand not losing, or the Tightest brand finally got a win. Well, they went back to their losing ways, and Sheamus hit white noise on Apollo Crews. So that was that.
Yeah, and the Tightest brand did not look so strong again. So then we had the first women's match of that night. We were getting a little worried.
I thought they forgot about them.
Yeah, and it was Nia Jax versus Sasha Banks again, with your girl Alexa Bliss on commentary.
Oh, yeah.
This match ended kind of quickly because Emma came out to confront Alexa, who then ran to the ring and hid behind Nia, and the referee was like, "This is a match! What are you doing?" Which was kind of funny. Then, all hell broke loose. The entire women's division came out, and Bayley finally came back with her, return after a couple weeks of not doing anything. Hit Alexa with the Bayley to belly, and then Bayley, Dana, and Mickey, the faces, attacked the rest of the heels and stood tall in the ring by themselves, looking strong. So this was a pretty good segment, I thought. It's kind of building for like a mega women's match, I think, because they're using the whole roster here. It's like a 6-pack challenge for maybe number one contendership. They just have like a 7-women's match.
Yeah, I agree with you on the 6-pack challenge. So yeah, this was good. it got everybody on the show, and it looks like
we thought nobody was gonna be on the show.
Yeah, and like you said, it looks like it's setting up something, so that's good. Gets everybody involved. And then we got to our main event, and that was actually finding out who attacked Enzo and Cass. So Kurt Angle came out, of course, and then called Enzo and Cass out. But then he called out the Big Show because Cass was worried about him, but his alibi's checked out.
Yep.
So Big Show was in the clear, and the Revival was called out. They were actually also in the clear.
Yeah, that's funny.
So we were kind of back to square one, and then Corey Graves gets on the mic, and he says he has evidence of the last attack on Cass. So he shows us the video, and
Cass attacked Cass.
Cass attacked Cass. Yeah, Cass attacked Cass. And Cass, yeah, so he admitted to it, of course, because you kind of have to, because it's clearly on video.
Yeah.
But he's just sick of always sticking up for Enzo.
Yeah, he was tired of Enzo running his mouth and freaking calling out Conor McGregor.
Conor McGregor, yeah.
Like, what are you doing? I gotta freaking... If he freaking comes to attack you, I gotta fight him.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, Cass is just sick of Enzo now.
He was tired of spelling soft the wrong way.
So, like, Enzo, he said Enzo's just dead weight, and he's holding him back, and Cass says they are... Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
Enzo was the reason that Cass never won a title.
Probably true.
Yep.
And, yeah, so Cass says they're through, and...
Kicked him in the face.
And says he is the future of WWE.
Not wrong.
Not at all. So
they've been looking to push Cass for a while.
Oh, yeah. And, actually, like, it was a really good promo.
Yeah, which surprised me.
Yeah, we don't really hear Cass talk all that much, and when we do, it's kind of
spelling the word soft,
gibberish. But yeah. This was really good, and Enzo actually had a little tear on his face.
Yeah, this surprised me because Enzo is clearly the better talker. So I thought Enzo would be the heel here, just because better talker, and we'd get sympathy for Cass, even though he's 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
But Enzo could get sympathy for a guy 7 feet tall because he can talk that well.
Yeah, exactly.
But Cass's promo at the end really, really impressed me, and I like that he's the heel because it makes sense. He's a bigger man.
Yeah.
And Enzo is always running his mouth and causing them to get into bad situations. Like when it was with Lana or Rusev, or he's calling people out that Cass has to end up fighting.
Yeah. So yeah, this was all really good, and like a lot of people still they like Enzo's entrance.
That's true. People love Enzo.
So yeah, it makes sense. Like you said, Cass is the heel. It just makes sense, and Enzo's definitely gonna get destroyed.
Yeah, which I hope. Unfortunately, this might be a Marty Jannetty, Shawn Michaels thing, but Cass is going to have to come out looking really strong after they have their eventual match.
Oh, yeah. And then I think we can maybe see Cass against the Big Show.
Yeah, because they have some heat there.
And then Enzo.
And they'll just move him into the mix with, I don't know.
Doing something.
Intercontinental
Maybe he can
title.
be someone's manager. I don't know.
Yeah, it's interesting to see what'll happen.
Yeah, so yeah, this was a really good Raw.
Oh, yeah. Do you think, the text message stuff with Kurt Angle, that had nothing to do with this? I think it's a completely different storyline.
It might be.
Yeah, I think there's something still going on
with
Corey Graves and Kurt Angle.
I think so, yeah.
Corey Graves was getting involved this week with a lot of different stuff, which is awesome.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think it very well might be something else as well.
Yeah, like getting ready for Kurt Angle to have a match at SummerSlam.
Which would be awesome.
Yeah. So that was Raw, like you said, and then let's get right into SmackDown Live. So SmackDown Live opened right away, showing the recap of the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match, where it then cut backstage where you saw the 4 women that didn't win, looking pretty sour and just making up different excuses and just bickering. The only person not bickering was Becky because she was just so pissed because she was the one knocked off by fucking Ellsworth. So then we saw Daniel Bryan's return by him just opening the door and coming out.
Yeah.
Just all casual. And saying first he wants to hear what Carmella and Ellsworth have to say. So yeah, that was just kind of an opening little segment there. And then Carmella and Ellsworth head down to the ring.
Yeah, so Carmella and Ellsworth come down like you said. Carmella welcomes us to the fabulous era of Carmella. And of course, asks James Ellsworth to hold the briefcase for her. Yeah, not a surprise there. And she just says, all of us are saying she disrespected a historic moment and made a mockery of the women's division.
Ellsworth did that.
Exactly. Or that she needed Ellsworth to help her climb the ladder, but who cares? She's been overlooked and underestimated ever since she was the last pick in the draft.
Yeah, you can't argue that she was been overlooked, and out of the 5 women, we all thought she wouldn't be the one to win.
Yeah, so yeah, she has been overlooked, kind of rightfully so. This is because everybody's just more experienced there and everything. But
Carmella is very small. She is a very small person.
Yeah. So yeah, Carmella kind of just stated her claim of why she should keep it. Not a very good claim.
No, yeah. So we'll see what Daniel Bryan has to say later on. But then we had a match with Big E and Jim, as they like to call him, Jim Uso, and Big E won with the big ending. Just stating their claim that they deserve to be number 1 contenders still for the SmackDown Live WWE Tag Team Championships. Big E looks good by himself over the team.
I know. Big E's awesome. They're all awesome together, but Big E, yeah. So, I don't know. I like them as a whole, but I like them individually as well.
I think they'll get their individual runs eventually.
Yeah.
I think it's when Kofi retires, though.
Probably.
Like Kofi retires from wrestling, and then Big E has his big run because he's still very young.
Oh yeah, well it would be kind of cool if Xavier and Kofi were the tag team champions, and then Big E was the United States champion.
Yeah, still as a faction.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I agree completely.
Even Freebird the tag titles.
Yeah,
Freebird the U.S. title too. Why not?
Fuck it. That'd be a new storyline for the day.
So that would be pretty cool. Yeah, so next we had more of Daniel Bryan. Just backstage on the phone with Shane, and Natalya and Tamina roll up. Natalya is just trying to just butter him up a bit. Definitely not working. Just congratulating him on his new daughter and wishing him a happy belated Father's Day. And yeah, it was just weird. And then Tamina just gets right to the point.
Thank you, Tamina.
And says if Carmella runs her mouth,
I'm going to kick it.
She's going to friggin' just kick her in the face. So that was hilarious. And then Daniel Bryan just promises an official decision soon.
Yeah. This was kind of a weird segment, but just kind of building to the point that Daniel Bryan, is going to have a decision by the end of the show. So then we had a backstage interview where Naomi was being interviewed, just asking to comment about the current situation of the women's Money in the Bank. She said it's unfortunate that friggin' James Ellsworth was the deciding factor, but she's sure that Daniel Bryan would make the right decision, and she doesn't care out of the 5 women who's the women's Money in the Bank, but that she will beat any of them. And then Lana comes in, saying, what about me? You never beat me. I got distracted by Carmella, even though Carmella was there to distract Naomi. So, kind of a lame claim there. And Lana wanted a rematch. So, Naomi's like, fuck it, I'll give you a rematch.
Yeah.
So, I guess we just grant rematches without Shane or Daniel's permission.
Yeah, so, was that next week?
Yeah, on SmackDown.
Next week, there's the rematch, so it's looking like a loaded SmackDown Live next week.
Yeah.
And then we had Randy Orton just getting interviewed. He just said he lost control. He really wanted to destroy the Singh brothers once they put their hands on his dad, Bob Orton.
On Father's Day.
Yeah, which made sense.
I did the same thing.
Exactly. So he said he kind of beat himself because he got a little angry there, but he said basically he said he is going to do whatever he can to get his hands on Jinder, and he is going to hurt Jinder bad.
Yeah, Randy's sounded pretty scary there, and you don't like it when Randy turns into the Viper.
God, no, and he does not care if he has to end their careers.
Nope. Kick their heads off.
If he has to go and destroy Jinder Mahal's entire family.
Back in India.
And, he's just, he's pissed.
Yeah, which I love. I love a good pissed off Randy Orton.
Yeah, this was great. I think Randy's gonna murder Jinder and his family.
Heads are getting kicked off. RKOs are being delivered out of nowhere. So then we had a match where we've seen a few times now between Shinsuke Nakamura and Dolph Ziggler. I thought Shinsuke was going to get attacked by Baron Corbin again during his entrance.
Yeah.
Baron tends to have a track record for just attacking people constantly from behind.
Now he's got a weapon.
Yeah, briefcase. That briefcase is going to be so dented by the time he gets ready to cash it in. Anyway, this was a good back and forth match as always. Dolph tried to hit the Famouser, but didn't work as usual. And Shinsuke just kicked his head off and won the match 1-2-3.
Yeah, no surprise there. Yeah. Dolph, I don't think, has won a match with the Famouser or the Zigzag in like 5 years at least.
Or the sleeper hold.
Or anything.
Yeah.
Super kick, yes, but anything else, no. So, next we had the Kevin Owens, Face of America, Dayton, Ohio resident Open Challenge.
Yeah.
And it was answered by AJ, but Kevin was a little pissed. He's like, "You're not from Dayton."
Yeah.
So that was kind of funny. And then we actually had Chad Gable answer the challenge, which was awesome. Chad Gable, one half of American Alpha. We have not seen them in multiple months. So he answered the challenge. He is, of course, also not from Dayton.
Hey, you moved there this morning.
But he moved there that morning. So that was hilarious. And Kevin Owens just accepted anyways. And Chad Gable was very impressive, as always. He looked awesome.
Pretty close calls, too. It looked like he was going to win.
Yeah, like, American Alpha is awesome, but there's just no room right now. But, yeah, so that was really good. But Kevin Owens won with the pop-up powerbomb.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, but it looked good to see Gable on TV at least. We still have Jason Jordan for a couple seconds. But yeah, awesome to see those two, and hopefully they get in some tag team matches soon.
Yeah, or
Jason Jordan answers the match call next week.
Yeah, like have some singles matches. I just want to see them on TV. They're great.
Oh, yeah. So then we saw the Hype Bros backstage watching when they won their Battle Royal to become the number one contenders. That was friggin' 6 months ago.
Over the Ascension.
But unfortunately, Zack Ryder hurt his knee, so they couldn't get their match against whoever the champs were then. And so Daniel Bryan agreed, but they have to earn their shot again. So next week, if they beat the Usos, they're number one contenders. Yeah. So hopefully all good things happen for the Hype Bros.
Yeah, so they earned their shot, and now they have to earn their shot.
Yeah. Mojo likes doing shots, so it's fine.
That's true. I don't really think the Hype Brothers are going to be a tag team much longer.
No, I think they lose next week and break up.
Yeah, or one of them turns on the other. I think Zack
turning on Mojo.
Yeah. Our next...
Even though Enzo and Cass just kind of did that. But
that's true. Whatever.
Yeah.
Our next little segment here was awesome. It was actually just like a commercial, but we didn't know that at first, but it was just Sammy talking to a crew member, and he needed an expert judge about milkshakes for Sonic, and then just Ty Dillinger. So Sammy just asks Ty to rate the first one, gives it a 10, of course.
Of course.
And then he asked him to rate the second one, gives it a 10, and Sammy was just like, kind of pissed. Like, you can't rate them all a 10.
Yeah. You can't rate both 10, Ty.
So that was pretty funny.
Yeah, that was cool. Finally see Ty on TV.
Yeah, I know.
So then we had the moment everybody was waiting for, Daniel Bryan's decision about the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. So he invited everybody that was in the match down to the ring. He claimed that there had been interference before but nobody had ever grabbed the title for somebody. I mean, the belt before for somebody. So in that case, he overruled the match and said nobody's the Women's Money in the Bank champ. Well, Women's Money in the Bank holder.
Yeah.
Sorry. So he took the briefcase right out of Ellsworth's hands after he threatened to punch him in the face if he mentioned his daughter ever again, and then fire him. So yeah, there's no Women's Money in the Bank winner right now. So next week on SmackDown Live, they're doing the rematch, which is freaking awesome.
Yeah, so like we said earlier, it's a loaded episode next week. So, yeah, I'm happy that they're doing another one.
Yeah, and Ellsworth's been banned from ringside as well.
Yeah, rightfully so. So,
Freaking Carmella's gonna win it anyway, probably.
yeah, if Carmella does win, at least she'll win it
Non-controversially.
Yeah, exactly.
And if not, it's gonna be awesome for whoever does win it.
Exactly. So, yeah, so our next up, we had our main event with the WWE Champion, Jinder Mahal, against Luke Harper.
Yeah.
Who we have not seen, really, that much for quite a while. So it was just, standard match, really. But near the end, we hear Baron Corbin's theme. And he comes out with the briefcase, basically just to remind Jinder that he's there at all times and he really needs to worry about him.
Ooh.
And then we see Randy come out, and he fights off the things easily. Goes after Jinder, just destroys him, and then RKO's everybody.
Yeah, doing what he promised what he would do. So just ends the show. Orton's still lurking, and now Baron's lurking after Jinder Mahal's WWE title.
Yeah, so Baron's got a couple guys going after him now, so...
I mean Jinder.
Yeah, Jinder, sorry. Jinder's got a couple more guys going after him now, so it's not going to be, I guess, as easy.
Yeah, at least he has the Singh Bros, I guess.
Even though...
They don't do much except for take horrendous bumps from
Yeah.
Randy.
So that was SmackDown.
Yeah.
SmackDown Live. It was a solid episode again.
Yeah. I like SmackDown right now is really making us look forward to watching the actual show now, which is awesome.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, perfect episode of SmackDown Live. It was great coming off the pay-per-view. Great to see Daniel Bryan back. He kind of said on Talking Smack that he doesn't know if he'll be back next week, which is kind of a weird statement he made, but we'll cover that in a bit. So, yeah, that was SmackDown Live. We'll move right on to NXT. NXT this week was all right. It was really just a build for the next 2 weeks, which are going to be awesome. So, basically built that next week, there's going to be a last women's standing match between Asuka and Nikki Cross. This match is going to be freaking awesome.
Oh, yeah. They're going to kill each other.
Yeah. I think they're both going to get counted out, or Nikki Cross might actually win the title. But hey, who knows? And they also built, within 2 weeks, on the 400th episode of NXT, that Roderick Strong and Bobby Roode are going to face each other for the NXT title. They showed the video package of, I believe they were supposed to be there for a photo shoot, that Roderick Strong brought his wife and kid with him, and then Bobby Roode basically said, with Roderick Strong standing there and his wife and kid, that if you're looking for a real man, come give me a call anytime. So Roderick Strong started throwing right hooks, and they were connected. Like, you could hear them smacking him in the face.
Oh, yeah.
So this was awesome. Other than that, we really just saw Cassius Ohno telling Hideo Itami that not to give up, and that even though he's older and hasn't done much in NXT, that he can still do some stuff, and to watch Cassius Ohno in his upcoming match with Aleister Black, which was a really good match, but unfortunately for Cassius Ohno, he showed Hideo Itami that he could lose.
Yeah, so he showed Hideo what Hideo already knows.
Yeah, it's how to lose to Aleister Black. But that's basically this week's NXT. Nothing too much happened. They're just really built up for the next 2 episodes, which are going to be really, really good.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of build towards Brooklyn.
Yeah, from now on.
So definitely looking forward to those.
Yeah, so let's just move right on to our news segment here. The first piece of news I have is that Daniel Bryan is in the ring right now working on a return to in-ring competition. I don't really have much to say because I've already covered what my feelings are towards that. Just that it's rumored that he's working on coming back to wrestle.
Yeah, not really that smart, but what are you going to do? The man is a professional wrestler. He has been for like half his life.
And he's an adult. He can make adult decisions.
Yeah, so I think, yeah, he's probably going to come back. Which, like, Daniel Bryan's awesome. Of course, we want to see him.
Yeah.
But he's had a concussion problem, so. But
and look what just happened with a guy that had too many concussions that got back into a ring.
Yeah.
With the UFC fight that just happened.
Yeah, so that's, I really hope for his family's sake and his own health he does not come back. But
he's a grown-ass man.
He's working on his in-ring return. Speaking of returns, potentially.
Yeah.
So, a while ago, I guess almost like a year ago.
Yeah, a year now.
Shelton Benjamin was basically announced to be returning to SmackDown. But then he took a medical and they found like a torn labrum in his shoulder.
Yeah.
So he's been out for quite a while, but he's all cleared now and he's in talks with WWE. So that's awesome. Shelton Benjamin's great.
Yeah.
Maybe he can team up with American Alpha. That's what everybody kind of talks about. But,
yeah, for sure.
But yeah, so it looks like Shelton Benjamin may be returning soon.
Yeah, and he'd be great on either Raw or SmackDown. I don't really care where he goes.
Oh yeah,
he's a great athlete, great addition to WWE if the deal gets done and he's all good to go. So I guess this is just we're talking about returns. This whole news segment. So Mauro Ranallo is back in WWE. He left for a bit with dealing with his mental health problems, and he's going to be the main play-by-play guy on NXT. I believe the next set of tapings he's going to be on.
Yeah.
So this Friday's tapings he'll start announcing, so don't expect him for a few episodes. But this is awesome. It's great that he's doing this because they don't travel as much, and he kind of gets everything done within one day, so less stress on him.
Yeah, that's awesome. And yeah, so he's doing NXT. I believe he's still doing Showtime. Yeah. And he's still doing Bellator. So yeah. Mauro's got a lot on his plate right now, but it's awesome that he came back to the WWE so quickly.
Oh, for sure. He deserves to be there.
Yeah, so yeah, that is awesome. And one more bit of news here is I saw that potentially at a Backlash there might be a Punjabi prison match between
Payback
or whatever the next pay-per-view is for whatever it is, doesn't matter. But yeah, so the next pay-per-view for SmackDown, regardless, there might be a Punjabi prison match with
I could see it.
Jinder Mahal and Randy Orton. We've seen like 2 of those before.
Yeah, one didn't involve an Indian.
Yeah. So yeah, that I just found that interesting or kind of funny, but
Punjabi prison. Oh boy.
So yeah, that's our news this week. Just a few things there, but we're gonna get right into a special edition of 5 Count. So we're each going to have a top 5 of our Money in the Bank cash-ins.
Yeah, and without further ado, I'll go first with my 5-1 top 5 Money in the Bank cash-ins ever. Or that's happened so far, I guess. So, ever. So number 5 would be when CM Punk cashed in his Money in the Bank, defeating Edge when he gave him a GTS, but Edge was already been attacked by Batista here. And this was on a Raw right after SummerSlam, I believe. Oh, not after SummerSlam, but right after a pay-per-view, I believe. And yeah, that was an awesome cash-in. CM Punk came out of nowhere because it was a rivalry between Batista and Edge, and Batista just beat the hell out of Edge. And then just CM Punk came out of nowhere and won the World Heavyweight title. So then number 4 was Daniel Bryan when he defeated the Big Show. But the Big Show was not 100% healthy, obviously. He'd just been attacked by Mark Henry. So this was Daniel Bryan's first championship win. Well, WWE championship or World Heavyweight championship win in the WWE. And yeah, Big Show and Mark Henry also just competed in a chairs match. So yeah, that doesn't help. Number 3 Dolph Ziggler defeating Alberto Del Rio after he hit him with a zigzag to win the World Heavyweight Championship. And this was, actually, it was the WWE Championship. This was after Del Rio was attacked by Jack Swagger, who he had defeated along with Zeb Coulter in a 2-on-1 handicap match. So, yeah, Alberto just finished a handicap match and got attacked by Dolph Ziggler, and Dolph Ziggler's the new WWE Champion. Number 2 was when Randy Orton came out at SummerSlam after Daniel Bryan and John Cena just had an amazing match for the WWE title with Triple H was the special guest referee for. So we have a big swerve here where Triple H is kind of eyeing down Randy. Randy gave him the briefcase. Triple H kind of shook his head okay, told him to ring the bell. Triple H pedigreed Daniel Bryan, and then Randy covered him and was the new face of the WWE and WWE champion, and nobody saw this coming. It was the start of the Authority, actually. And it was a great way to end SummerSlam. Number 1 was obviously Seth's cash in at WrestleMania 31. 31. Where he made a one-on-one match between Brock and Roman, a triple threat match. And yeah, Seth just hit the curb stomp when it was still legal on Roman and won the match and ended WrestleMania with the heist of the century, as they like to call it. This was just an unreal finish to WrestleMania and had everybody by surprise because Seth competed in a match earlier on that night against Randy Orton. So yeah, this was my 5-1 top 5 Money in the Bank cash-ins.
So next I'm going to do my top 5 here. So 3 of them are the same. 2 of them are the same order, but so
hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, that just means that they were really good. So number 5 for me was Dolph Ziggler cashing in on Alberto Del Rio on the Raw after WrestleMania. Number 4 for me was Edge. He was the first ever Money in the Bank winner. And this was at New Year's Revolution 2006, right after John Cena had an Elimination Chamber match, and he defended his title successfully, and he was bloody as all hell. And Edge cashed in, and it was shocking because it was the first one ever, so nobody really knew how it worked. But,
yeah, Vince McMahon came out and announced it.
Yeah, so it was pretty crazy, and then everybody was so intrigued by Money in the Bank, and that's really how we got here today.
Oh, yeah.
Number 3 for me was Dean Ambrose at Money in the Bank 2016. This was awesome because it involved all 3 Shield members, so it was pretty cool. And it was actually after Seth made his return. He beat Roman, and we were really happy when that happened. But then we hear Dean Ambrose music, and so he cashed in, and that was awesome as well. So this was it was recent, and it was awesome. It was awesome to me. So that's my number 3, and then number 2 was Randy Orton for me as well, and then number 1 was Seth Rollins as well.
You put that John Cena in one just to spite me.
Maybe.
That was a good list, as always. So, let's just move right on to the match of the week. So, if you remember from 2 weeks ago, Sudds' match of the week was Dusty Rhodes versus Ric Flair at Starrcade 1985 for the NWA World Championship. He picked that in honor of Dusty Rhodes passing away year anniversary with the day we recorded. So, I'm just going to cover that match. It was an unbelievable match. Really, really good. So, it started off with just Dusty giving Ric Flair a lot of his famous right hands and his elbow to the head, his famous elbow. And then Flair put Dusty in the corner, just hit him with his famous chops. And then some more right hands. So these guys started off punching. Then when Dusty was on his back, Flair dropped his vintage knee on him. Just a lot of everybody's getting their stuff in this match. So then they both left, like, there was a kind of like a half-assed barricade around the ring. They both left that area a couple times just to take breaks, like both of them did it, like the face and the heel, which I thought was kind of cool. And then during this match, Dusty worked Flair's leg a lot because he hurt it during the beginning of the match, which was kind of weird to see because usually you'd see Flair working Dusty's leg to get the figure 4 in. But then Flair, of course, doing heelish things, poked Dusty right in the eye when the ref wasn't looking. Then Dusty recovered from that and worked Flair's leg some more. And then Dusty actually started giving Ric Flair's chops. And when Dusty tried to give Ric the figure 4, Ric reversed it, and Dusty ended up hurting his own ankle. So now Dusty had a hurt leg. And then Flair, just noticing that, kept trying to go for the figure 4, and Dusty would kick him away. Then Dusty threw Ric over the turnbuckle, where Ric does his classic, goes over the buckle, takes the bump onto the floor. Then they fought outside for a while, and Flair was busted open, as usual. So Flair was bleeding a lot during the end of this match here. And then Dusty tried to do a crossbody onto Ric, and it did not work at all. It was a huge, huge failure, but it's kind of funny to see. Then Flair did his classic face plant after he was punched a lot by Dusty, where he just takes a couple steps and just does the face plant right onto the mat. Then Flair started working Dusty's leg because Dusty had the hurt ankle and wanted to put Dusty in the figure 4. Then he finally put Dusty on the figure 4 leg lock, but Dusty got out of it finally. It took him about a couple minutes to get out of it. The ref got thrown out of the ring, so there was just Ric and Dusty, so Dusty put Ric in the figure 4, but the 4 Horsemen came down and, did their thing. And Dusty got put on the pin, and the ref came in, and Dusty kicked out. Then, out of nowhere, he rolled up Flair and won the NWA title. And it was an awesome scene. Just the faces came out and lifted Dusty up and celebrated them across the ring. It was just an awesome scene to see. Just remember how awesome Ric Flair and Dusty Rhodes were in the ring. Just awesome seeing Dusty win the NWA title. And the scene of him getting carried around the ring. So that's my review of that match.
Yeah, this was, like you said, it was an amazing match.
So, what's the match of the week for next week? Or this week?
So, the match of the week this week is in honor of Money in the Bank. So, of course, it's got to be the first Money in the Bank ladder match at WrestleMania 21.
Awesome. So, be sure to check that match out. I will as well. Let us know what you think by using
the hashtag BTB Match of the Week.
And I will let you guys know on next week's episode what I think. I think it'll be a good one.
So the next segment we've got here, it's What's Got Cam Hot.
So what's got me hot this week is Carmella and Ellsworth. They are just so freaking annoying. And what really, the straw that broke the camel's back here was on Talking Smack this week when she came on crying that she lost her championship opportunity. And Ellsworth was just being an annoying little dick as always. So, I don't know. They just really pissed me off this week on Talking Smack because she came on crying because she cheated to win in the first place. And then Daniel did the right thing and took it from her. So that just really pissed me off. And I really hope that she doesn't win it next week. And I really want Ellsworth to get his ass handed to him and gone. His need for in the WWE has surpassed. And Daniel should just fire him right now because I am sick of Ellsworth. So that's what's got me hot this week.
Yeah, totally agree with you on that one, as I usually do. Yeah, totally agree. And
that's the show.
Yeah.
Hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, we like to interact with you guys on Twitter or Facebook or whatever other social media devices you people have. So give us a follow on Twitter. You can follow my personal account at CamBurnettBTB.
Mine is at Sudds BTB.
The show account is at BTB Wrestling Pod.
We have a Facebook page, Behind the Barricade, a Wrestling Fans Podcast. Be sure to drop a like on that one.
Also, when you're done listening to this, hit like and subscribe here on the YouTube page. And you know what? Big episode this week. Looking forward to NXT next week. Sudds, let's go.
And if you only learn one thing from this week, let that be to never go to the top rope.